All right, we are loaded into game 2 between these two players. A ZVZ on our hands here on Disco Bloodbath. Spotting in the kind of left-hand side position. In the red, it is Chivo's Ragnarok. And on the right side of the disco, it is the one and only TSG Solar. Now, game 1 actually going to Solar. So we're going to see how this second game here goes. Looks like the Overlords, once again, are going to be going across the map. Now, Disco Bloodbath, I'm pretty sure this is the longest rush distance. So we're not going to see anything too crazy, too aggressive. I'm kind of expecting a macro game here. But, you know, anything can happen in ZVZ. You can just go for a massive timing, as Ragnarok did in game 1 and have it just fail. So it just depends on... It depends on nothing, really. Maps don't impact. If you're going to do some crazy aggressive shit in ZVZ, it just sort of happens. It's more of a mind games than the map itself, you know? So as I said, very long rush distance. Nothing crazy is going to happen. Just both players taking their expansion slowly but surely. The typical Overlord crossings at the middle with the very cool panda. Oh my god, they are so chatty. What the hell is going on? Your mom is with me. What? I have... wait, what? Okay, never mind. Okay, that's totally not what's being said. Alright, so, once again, it's going to all come down to, you know, kind of the gases, what they want to do with it. As far as Solar, actually going for the 3 on gas, whereas Ragnarok straight up 2 on gas. Okay, he just added a third one at that point. So let's see where he goes from here. Disco Bloodbath it's not a straight line. That's the thing. Even if you do have you know, speedlings, it does take a while to get across the map. You have to go all the way around here to this, and then I mean, there's a lot of obstacles. That's the thing, right? A lot of obstacles to get to your opponent's base. 2 lings. Ragnarok actually pretty much straight up skipping lings. Look at that. No lings at all. Straight drones and a third base. He's like, okay. It's time to macro. Time to go for a third base. Or is he going to go for a third base? Is this a fake? No, it's not a fake. But Solar is going to be checking this out with this Overlord. He even spotted it with this Overlord as well. This is 500 IQ. This is what they're saying right now. Ragnarok taking that third base really early, but both of them taking the third base at like 2 minutes 35. Like, I don't play ZVZ, but this just seems like crazy early, especially for like one of the most aggressive matchups in the game. I guess it's more about like recognizing and scouting when the opponent is making mass lings or not and defending from there. And if you do, well, you got a massive eco advantage and a base advantage as well. As it also gives you more production when you think about it, so it's almost defensive in a way. Baneling Nez going down for Ragnarok. Looks like he's going to want to put some aggression. And Solar as well. So, I mean, it's aggressive slash defense. It's everything at the same time. In mirror matchups, you got to be aggressive and defensive at the exact same time. A little bit of lag spike there. Both players, though, droning to their heart's contender. Like, this is the biggest map in the pool. I am not making units. This is a suicidal thing to do. We're all just going to go into a nice macro game from here. Looks like Ling is very conservative for both players. They are droning very hard. Ragnarok slightly in the lead here. 2 extra workers. And 6 more on the way for Solar. It just depends on where do they stop. Double gas is going down, though, for Ragnarok. He's going to want to attack a little bit harder, and he actually does spot this with the Scouting Ling. Very, very nice. He tries to spot, but the Queen block here, very nice. It doesn't actually see any of the gases, but both gases are being taken. And Lair coming out for both players at the same time again. Man, these guys are really mirror builds right now. And even mirror workers, 44 to like 41, but I mean, more drones are on the way. Well, I say that, but actually lings are on the way for Ragnarok. And a Roach Warren, too. Does, wait, does Solar have the Roach Warren? Very nice blocks, by the way. So even if they don't link flood, it's really important to like wall off just so you can deny the scouting at all times. Both Roach runs kind of at the same time. Ragnarok definitely going to have it before him. So let's see if he actually exploits that and starts making roaches before him as well. Pneumatized Carapace out of Ragnarok as well. It is really important if you want to be able to dodge bios to have that Overlord speed, but also just generally very nice for scouting. He is going to be morphing that into an Overseer, and Overseers are insanely fast. You're going to be able to scout all of that. And Ragnarok trying to go, Solar trying to go for this Spire here. It's going to get scouted pretty much immediately by this Overseer here. And we're going to see what their response is going to be. Maybe a Nidus, maybe a Roach all in. We'll see from there. But Soul is going to try and put on the pressure with these Lings here at the third base of Ragnarok. It's all going to come down to this Micro. 2 Banelings scaring off that Ling pack right there. And he is going to back off. He's going to scout the Spire pretty much immediately as well. Did he scout that? Yeah, he totally saw it. Where's he going to go from here? He's going to go for his own Spire. Now that is ballsy. Also being scouted by Solar. I've never seen a ZVZ so mirror at this point. Like 5 minutes 30, they're all scouting at the exact same time, doing the exact same build with the exact same scouting patterns. Except the big difference here is that there's +1 here. I wouldn't be surprised if this might even be a fake, but we'll see. Or he's gonna go for that like Roach Corruptor. Now that would be very cool. Roach Corruptor versus Mutas, very, very strong tactic. I don't know who invented it. I think I saw it like maybe E-Laser do it once, and it was really weird, or Dark, or both, or something. But yeah, those Lings not finding damage at the third base here. Ooh, but that fourth base, though, canceled by Solar, and that sneaky pack of Lings finding damage somewhere. He's going to try and take his own fourth base to try and get the advantage that he just got. Ooh, that's a big Baneling connection. Very, very nice. And Ragnarok takes that engagement pretty well. Does deny the fourth base once again as well as that good Baneling connection. Looks like it is going to be Roach Corruptor here. Very cool response out of Ragnarok. Let's see if it actually pays off, though. The Mutas are already out. Does he have any like static defense? Well, he does have a Spore. So that's one thing for him. That's for sure. Roaches are here, though, and they can take care of the Banelings very easily. Target fires them very well. No damage is going to be done. However, the Lings can still get in and do damage, except not. The Queen is blocking it. He's blocking the front entrance. He can't get any damage, and those Roaches body blocking him from going to the third base. No more damage out of Solar. And here we go, the Corruptors versus the Mutas, and he barely doesn't get that one. Oh my god, that is so close. Hold on, I can't even select it. 7 HP left. And yeah, that can actually clear Overlords as well. I love Roach versus, Corruptor versus Muta. It's such an interesting way to deal with Mutas without needing to go like Hydras or Infestors. I really do like that response. 9 Overlords out of Ragnarok. This tells me he wants to swell. He wants his army to get swole in one shot. From here, though, Solar adding his own Corruptors to fight the Corruptors. So now it's just a Corruptor battle. It's Corruptor Muta versus Mass Corruptor. And the fourth base is already finished for Ragnarok. Still on the way. Actually, no, just finished for Solar as well. It's going to go from here, though. More Spore Crawls on the way. As that air fleet builds up, he's going to have to build up more anti-air as well. Ooh, that Corruptor scouting the army, though. He has to be careful. How does he keep saving these? It's 2 HP. That's his second Corruptor with like 0 HP. Oh my good god. Please transfuse it. He's so sad right now. Ooh, looks like a... Okay, so he did Contaminate here. Gonna try and... Because Contaminate actually does take off all the eggs on the hatchery, so that's a really cool move. But at this point in the game, Larva starting to get less and less important. Ragnarok swelling with 11 more Corruptors. He just wants to gung-ho in and just take out this air fleet immediately in one shot. Corruptors with that kind of speed buff from a couple patches ago, now being able to keep up with Muta, so very, very cool. These Roaches are kind of scary. They're gonna have to stay next to that Spore Crawler, that's for sure. Ooh, but a Ling counterattack here out of Soul. Let's see how that does. Both air armies kind of dancing around. That's wide open. He goes into the natural. He's going to go into the main base, and that's going to be a lot of economic damage done by Solar. All Queens kind of in the wrong position. He's going to target the Spire, actually. And from there, he's going to want to press that air advantage once he kills the Spire, but he can transfuse it. It does go down, though, and a massive air battle going on here to the fourth base area. And let's see who actually wins this. I can't actually tell. A lot of Mutas, a lot of Corruptors. But I mean, Solar, I think, has a really nice arc as well, and he can actually keep making Spire units, whereas Ragnarok cannot, as he has his Spire snipe from earlier. Spore Crawler is going to help in this battle, though. Ragnarok is really, really close. He's going to barely hold on. He can retreat to his Spore Crawlers, but he is going to get flooded with ground units as his Corruptors can't actually beat anything on the ground. So the Lings are just going to take care of that. Counterattack here with the Roaches onto the bases as well. 12 drones died out of Ragnarok, and more out of Solar as well. It's pretty much equal at this point. Oh, the air army, though, starting to die here, and he can't remake any of this air army. Ragnarok is just trying to counterattack as best as he can, but I mean, this is on a timer. He is doing a lot of damage, though. When mutas have to clean up roaches, it's going to take a long time. Solar defeating that air army completely. He just has to deal with the ground now, though. But how is he going to do that? He only has mutas. I mean, Ragnarok taps out, and Solar actually wins with a supply deficit. But I mean, no more Spire. All he has to do is clean up the ground, and he has a massive air advantage from there. So GG. And Solar actually takes it 2-0 over Ragnarok in the round of 8.